Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Yulianti. On this video, I'd like to share a little bit about morphology, especially in the study of word formation. Let's get started. What is morphology? Morphology is the study of the internal structures or the forms of words. So what is a word? Word is a unit of language that carries meanings that consists of one or more morpheme. So what is morpheme? Morpheme is the smallest unit in a language. Next is morpheme. Morpheme is divided into two. The first is free morpheme and bound morpheme. Bound morpheme needs the presence of prefix and suffix. For example, they carefully recheck that assignment. So we can say that that is a free morpheme because it can stand by itself. Carefully is called as bound morpheme because it consists of carefully and that it will be coming carefully. And then recheck is bound morpheme including re and check. And then that is a free morpheme, and then assignment is also a bound morpheme, assign plus ment, so assignment. Lastly is word formation. Word formation is divided into some types. There are compounding, blending, clipping, derivation, inflection, borrowing, conversion, back formation, acronym, connect, and onomatopoeia. So compounding is forming a word by compounding two or more words. For example, homework, home and work, sun and flower, sunflower, and then weather and man becoming weatherman. Next is blending, forming a word by merging two or more different words, either clip or partially overlap. For example, breakfast and lunch becoming brunch, motor and hotel become motel, and then stay plus vacation becoming staycation. The next is clipping. Clipping is forming a word by clipping the word. For example, advertisements becomes ads, and then cablegram becomes cable, and then gasoline becomes gas. The next is derivation, forming a word by derivational affixes such as prefix and suffix. For example, prefix post plus graduate becomes postgraduate, active plus suffix it become activity, and then interchangeable. Prefix inter plus change plus suffix able becomes interchangeable. And then the next is inflection. Inflection is forming a word by affixation and vowel change. For example, foot, feet, goose, geese, mouse, mice. And then the next is borrowing. Borrowing is forming a word by borrowing the other language. For example, mayonnaise, it is from French, algebra, it is from Arabic, and then yogurt, it is from Turkish. Next, conversion, forming a word by changing or converting the class of the word without changing its form. For example, the word bottle. My mother just bottles the juice. My mother just bottles the juice. And then the other sentence is, my sister holds the bottles. So, two of the sentences have the same words but different class of words. The next one is back formation. Back formation is forming a word by removing a part of another word. For example, bum, it is from bummer, bulldoze, it is from bulldozer, and then pea is from peas. The next one is acronym. Acronym is forming a word by the initial letters of the name. For example, ASAP, as soon as possible, NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and then PIN, personal identification number. The next one is coinage. Coinage is forming a word by inventing entirely new word with trademark names. For example, Xerox, Kleenex, and then Nutella. Then the last one is onomatopoeia. It is forming a word by initiating the natural sound of a thing. For example, buzzing. The buzzing bee flew away. Splash. The snake fell into the river with a splash. And then the last is thumb. The books fell on the table with a thumb. That's all for the video. Thank you for watching. I do hope that it can be useful for you. Goodbye.